Hey everyone, Jason here, digital marketing consultant, and in this YouTube ads guide, you're going to learn a simple 3-step process to promoting your channel, growing your channel faster using YouTube ads. So make sure you check out that timestamp table of contents in the description because we are going to be covering a lot along with some other videos to help you on the content side of things, growing your channel organically. Here, we're going to focus in on the one type of campaign you should be using irrespective of how large your channel is right now. So let's go ahead and jump on in. This is the campaign we're going to be setting up. We're going to be using something called affinity audiences and using content that you've already created. So I definitely don't recommend creating a special channel trailer if you already haven't created one. And the only thing you need to use this strategy is to have at least 10 videos posted to your channel. It doesn't matter how many views or subscribers you're already getting. Now, the first thing we need to do, of course, is figure out what content we should promote. Now, the best way to actually grow your channel with YouTube ads is to take content that's already working and then promote it to a new audience. So we'll actually kick things off by going into your Creator Studio to find the videos that we should be promoting. Now, it's important that you watch all the way through the end of this step because there is a big pitfall to promoting your content that you need to make sure that you don't actually kill your content videos. So we'll go ahead and go into your Creator Studio. You'll click on Analytics and then you'll click on Audience, and you'll want to go to See More and then set the view and traffic data for 90 days. So we'll set it to 90 days, and then you want to pick the top 3 out of your top 10 videos. Pick 3 of them that you want to promote to bring in new subscribers. Now, these videos should be something that represents what your typical content is like. So for example, if you happen to do a video on a random topic one day and then you never plan on talking about that topic again, well then you definitely don't want to promote that in your content campaign because you want the content that you're promoting to be representative of your channel. Also, if you are a vlogging channel, you're doing vlogs, it's okay to promote vlogs as well. I actually promote a lot of vlogs and they work pretty well for bringing in new subscribers as well. So it can be a vlog, it can be pretty much any type of content as long as it's in your top 10, so you know it's actually going to perform well and it's representative of the type of content you normally make. Now here is the big warning. Please do not run YouTube ads to these videos directly. What you need to do is re-upload them as unlisted. Now, I get a lot of questions about this, so I have 2 quick charts to show you as to why this is so important. So the first chart here is from one of the very first videos that I ran discovery ads to using this campaign type, and we'll talk about more discovery versus in-stream and all that fun stuff. But all you need to look at here is this chart clearly showing that we have a 5.5 minute average view duration when people come to the video from suggested, and then it goes down to about 5 minutes from YouTube search. All the way at the very end, the average view duration for a YouTube ad is 1 minute and 15 seconds. Now, why does this happen? Well, number one, the YouTube algorithm is always going to be better than us at finding the right people, right? So what YouTube ads does is it allows you to accelerate the process of getting in front of the people that the YouTube algorithm has decided they'd rather give another video instead of your video to that particular group of people. So what winds up happening is you're inevitably going to put your video in front of more people who aren't as interested, which will drag down your watch time. Now, if you take a look at this next chart, you'll see that the watch time is even worse, right? We only got 50 seconds average watch time for our ads versus 4 minutes and 23 seconds when we're looking at external, or 4 minutes and 22 seconds for YouTube search. So you're always going to have lower watch time with your ads. That's okay. Just get over it. It's normal. You're not doing anything wrong. But what is important though is if you do this on your original organic video, guess what? Your average watch time goes like this, and the YouTube algorithm does not care that average watch time of 50 seconds came from ads. It will look at your average watch time overall from all traffic sources, and then guess what? Your organic reach of your video starts going down. So, long story short, please go ahead and re-upload the content that you want to promote. All you have to do is change 10 to 15 seconds in there. You can cut some of the end of the video out. You can add some lower thirds saying subscribe. Do whatever creative thing you want. Just make sure that you're running it up, you re-upload them, and they're unlisted. You want to use unlisted videos because you don't want your current subscribers seeing the exact same video over again. That's going to be a little confusing. So the only other thing that you want to do with these videos videos is make sure that you have a call to action to check out other content. This is the only special thing you need, because pretty much at the end of almost every YouTube video, everyone says, hey, hit that like button, subscribe. But when it comes to your campaigns, you want people to watch more videos. So this is great if you have a series, for example, you promote the first video in the series, and then people will typically binge watch or go through the next 4 or 5 videos that you have. So here is an example. If we're promoting a vlog that was about goals, well, somewhere in that vlog, I would say, hey, and if you're enjoying this vlog or you're already on top of your goals, make sure you check out my other vlog where I talk about my vision board, because this is the step that I actually like to do after my goals, or this is the step I like to do before my goals. So it can be a step after or a step before. So you can see these other 2 examples. Google Tag Manager, we talk about analytics because it's a logical next step, or organizing your email. A logical next step is starting to organize the rest of your business and files. So you can see it doesn't necessarily have to be like a tutorial 1, 2, 3. It just needs to be related content. And again, because you're uploading unlisted, you can easily, in your re-uploaded videos, put a little banner in the lower third saying, check out the link in the description to video XYZ, and just throw up the thumbnail and you're good to go. So it really doesn't have to be complicated. And this is all there is to it, to figuring out what videos you should be promoting with your ads. So now I'm going to go through the campaign structure that we're going to be using, why we're using it, and then of course we will dump click by click into the Google Ads interface. Now here's a rundown of the campaign we're going to be building today. We're going to be making one YouTube ads campaign targeting the top 3 to 7 countries that represent your ideal viewer. Then we're going to be using expanded inventory. Your budget can be anywhere from 50 cents a day. I know that sounds ridiculously small, but yes, you can run campaigns for 50 cents a day and they will still work. It will just take longer to get views and subscribers and enough data to make decisions, right? But you can be in the advertising game for as little as 50 cents per day. You can even go 25 if you're really on a tight budget. So 50 cents to $5 a day. We're going to be targeting something called affinity audiences, and these are audiences that Google has created for you. So it's going to be very fast. You don't have to do any research, which is why I like them a lot. And they work really, really well for growing channels and promoting content. And then of course, our messaging for our ads is going to be those 3 re-uploaded content videos. I'm going to keep saying re-uploaded because I really don't want you to kill your videos. And so that's it for the campaign structure. Now, with the type of ads we're going to be running, we're actually going to be running discovery ads. So these are ads that are going to show up in search results and suggested around YouTube. So someone has to physically click on it to see your video. Whereas in-stream ads, those are the ones that pop up in front of a video and you have to watch 5 seconds before you skip. Those are great for lead generation and sales and driving traffic off of YouTube. I'll link up to a video in the description that talks about how to use YouTube ads for that, like growing your email list and making sales. Here, we don't want to use in-stream ads. Those are just going to come off as annoying to people who you're trying to get to subscribe to your channel. So we're going to be using discovery ads. So with that, we're ready to jump into the Google Ads interface and actually start putting together our campaign. Now, the very first step, of course, is making sure that our YouTube account is connected to our Google Ads account. Now, if you don't have a Google Ads account yet, you can just go to Google, search Google Ads, and you can set one up for free. They'll actually try and force you to create a campaign right off the bat, and you'll just have to look for some small text in the top right or the bottom right where you'll actually be able to skip that campaign setup. You don't have to set up that campaign. So once you're inside here, we're going to go up to Tools and Settings, and then we're going to click on Linked Accounts. And then we'll scroll down a little bit and click on YouTube, and here you'll be able to add your YouTube channel or channels. Now, something that's very important here is you can have multiple channels connected to multiple ads accounts and multiple ads accounts connected to the same channel. So it's not like a one-to-one relationship. If you connect a YouTube ads account and a channel here, like you're locked in forever, you can add multiple in both directions. So you're gonna be okay. You'll just click on this plus button and type in your channel name or just paste in your channel URL, and you'll be good to go. You'll follow a couple steps to verify that you actually do own the channel, and you'll be good to go. And with that, we're going to go ahead and go back to the main campaigns page and create your campaign. So you'll click that giant blue plus button at the top. If you're not seeing that plus button, you're probably at the overview. So you'll see on the left-hand side, we're actually at the campaigns home. We're not at the overview home. So we'll click on plus. we'll go ahead and create a campaign without a goal. If for whatever reason your account doesn't allow you to do this and it's asking you to use something else, you can go ahead and select brand awareness and reach. You don't want to choose anything that has to do with leads or sales, right? So website traffic or brand awareness, if for some reason your options are limited. So we'll go ahead and click create without a goal, select video, of course, because we want to run YouTube, and then a custom video campaign. I have other tutorials on some of these other types, but really custom video campaign, 9.9 out of 10 times is going to be plenty of customization options moving forward. So go ahead and give your campaign a name, make it something very basic and simple that pretty much just represents what you're doing with the campaign. And then we'll go ahead and be able to set our bidding strategy and our budget and dates. So for our bidding strategy, we want to choose CPV. This is cost per view. So we're going to pay pretty much every time someone clicks on the thumbnail to watch the video. And then for your dates, you probably want to set it to start in a day or two, and then set the date for 2 weeks out. The reason I recommend setting an end date, especially when you're getting started, is Google will just keep spending your money. So they're very unapologetic if you forget to turn off a campaign. So go ahead and make sure you just set it for a week or two out at the end date. You can always extend that. Please don't do a lifetime budget, because you want to be able to turn this campaign on and off as you move forward. Your daily budget, again, that's going to be anywhere from 50 cents all the way up to $5. $5 is plenty. If you have a lot of cash to spend, $5 is more than enough to figure out what's actually going to work. So we're going to come down here to networks. You're going to want to uncheck video partners on the display network, because we're trying to grow our YouTube channel, not just get a bunch of views. So we need people to be actually on YouTube. Language, I typically leave alone and instead focus on the countries that I want to target. So when you're setting up your country targeting, go ahead and click on advanced search here, and then you'll be able to quickly type in the countries or states, provinces that you want to target. So here's a general rule of thumb that I like to follow for content promotion campaigns. If you've seen some of my other tutorials, this is going to be a little different, so bear with me here. So if you're promoting content to grow your YouTube channel, then go ahead and target anywhere from 3 to 7 countries where the main national language is the same as your channel's language. And then if you want to target just one country, like I'm going to do here, I like targeting the US a lot, then you can go ahead and add in all of the states, provinces, or territories. But don't add states, provinces, and territories when you're targeting more than one country. So if you're targeting multiple countries, just 3 through 7, there you go. Or if you're targeting one country, then you can go a step down, states, territories, or provinces. And so I'll go ahead and paste in all 50 states here and click search, target all, and then you'll see that every state in the United States has been selected. So I'll go ahead and click on save and move on to our inventory types. Now I recommend just clicking on expanded. The inventory types here are designed for big advertisers who are very concerned with their brand. And if for some reason you're overly concerned with your brand, then you can go ahead and select standard or limited. All this is doing is just changing the types of videos your ads will be allowed to show up on. Of course, the more restrictive you are here, the higher your costs are going to be. So you might as well just go with expanded inventory. And there's really no need to judge people on what they may or may not be watching. Just go ahead, especially when we're doing discovery ads. You want to follow the person, not necessarily the content. I go ahead and make sure that content not yet labeled is also unchecked. We found some accounts sometimes it's automatically checked for some reason, so we just uncheck that. Again, we're just making sure that we're paying the least amount, not minimum. We don't want to pay the minimum, right? We want to pay the least amount possible. Now you have all of these other settings, go ahead and leave these alone. These are not important when you're trying to grow your channel, promoting channel content. So I'm going to go ahead and skip ad group creation for now, because I want to show you how to create an ad group in the campaign interface so you can create one over and over again. And then we'll go ahead and skip, and then create our campaign. And we'll go back over to our diagram here so you can see what we've accomplished so far. So everything we just did is at the top of our campaign structure. We've chosen where we're going to run our campaigns in terms of countries, our inventory, and of course our budget and start and stop dates and bidding strategy. So now we're going to create our ad groups. So you only need to create 3 ad groups to start. You definitely don't need to overcomplicate this process, and we're going to have 1 targeting option per ad group. Something that's very important with YouTube ads is you make sure that you only have 1 targeting option per ad group. I also get a lot of questions about this, and in the simplest way possible, it's really hard to read your data when you have more than 1 targeting option in an ad group running YouTube ads. Google is just not all that transparent with their numbers when it comes to YouTube for some reason. So we have to be a little more OCD than if we were doing just a normal search campaign. And if you haven't done a normal search campaign, then just ignore the last 15 seconds and go forward with creating your ad group. So we'll go ahead and click on that plus button. So we're inside of the campaign we just created, and we'll go ahead and be able to start selecting what type of targeting we want to use. Now, typically for the ad group name, I'll name it what type of targeting it is. So channel, keyword, topic, or the audience. In this case, it's going to be affinity, and then the actual name of whatever the target is. So you'll see more of that in a moment. Here, we're going to be targeting people. You can target content. If you want to target channels, you click on placements under content, but that's a tutorial for a different day. So let's go ahead and jump on in, and we're going to click on audiences and click on affinity audiences. So here is just a brief overview of all of the main categories of affinity audiences you have access to. So something that's super cool is this is as complex as your research has to be. And you can just go through this list and select the ones that you think are representative of people who would enjoy your content and actually want to subscribe. So to save us a little bit of time, I've gone ahead and chosen one already. You, of course, can scroll through. You only need to find 3. I'm going to choose business professionals because I assume business professionals might find some value in some of the content marketing videos that we have. So I go ahead and click on business professionals, and then you'll see at the top, the ad group name is Affinity Business Professional. So I recommend following this naming convention for your ad groups, so it's really easy for you to read which types of audiences are working and which audiences inside of those types are working. Now, the last part of our ad group setup process is going to be selecting our bid. So our budget is for how much we're going to spend per day across the entire campaign. Our bid is how much we're willing to pay every time someone clicks to watch our video, because we're doing discovery ads. So here, just start with 5 cents. You can always increase it if you're getting no impressions. And of course, you can always bring it down if you feel like you're paying too much. 5 cents is a good medium place to start. Of course, in a year or two, you're probably gonna have to start at 10 cents, but for now, it's still dirt cheap. So we'll start at 5 cents, and then we'll go ahead and skip ad creation because I wanna show you how to create it inside of the ad group so you can easily run through this process over again when you create your other ad group. So we'll go ahead and click on skip for now, save the ad group, and then it's going to ask the oh so important question that there are no takebacks with, and that is, do you want it to be skippable, in-stream, or discovery? So real quick, remember this diagram. We talked about the 2 different types. We're gonna be running the bottom one here, discovery ads, because we want someone to click on our video and then watch it. So we pretty much pay every time someone clicks. The cool thing about in-stream ads is you only pay if someone watches 30 seconds, but when it comes to growing a channel, that's not the best format to essentially start a subscriber relationship. We've tested it a lot. Just go ahead and leave it with display discovery ads here. So we'll go ahead and click on discovery ad. No takebacks. Once you click this, you're locked in forever. You'd have to make a completely new ad group if you wanted to change. So we'll go ahead and save that format. And now we have our first ad group. So all you need to do now is run through that process 2 more times. So you're gonna create 2 more ad groups with 2 other affinity audiences, and then you are ready to move on to creating your ads. So just going back to our diagram here, we just completed creating our ad groups. That's the process you'll go through 2 more times to create your ad groups. So now let's go ahead and talk about creating our ads. Those are those 3 content videos that we re-uploaded, right? So let's go ahead and click on our first ad group here. I assume you went through it 2 more times, and we'll click on another giant blue plus button to create our first ad. And then all you have to do is drop in the URL of the content video that you re-uploaded unlisted. I hope that's getting annoying because I really want to save you from the headache of killing one of your content videos. So here's just, let's say we re-uploaded this as unlisted, and now we need to give it a headline. We have a little bit of a descriptor, and then of course give the ad a name. So here I like using the same headline that the organic video has, and then just a real quick description. You don't really have a lot of characters here to try and get someone to click. That short description isn't always going to show up. So definitely make sure that whatever headline you choose stands on its own, and the description is just a complement, not necessarily something that's required in order for someone to understand what's on the thumbnail or what the title of the video is. And then for the ad name, I like coming up with a code for every single one of our content videos. If you're not that OCD, go ahead and use the date the unlisted video was originally posted. And so typically you're not going to post more than 1 video per per day. So you can use your date of the original content video, or you could just say UN for unlisted and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever you decide. But then your dash should be H1 and T1. That stands for headline 1, because you'll try different headlines eventually, and then thumbnail 1. As you can see, you can choose different thumbnails, thumbnail 1 being the default. So we'll go ahead and click on save, and then we have our ad good to go. So if you ever need to change anything, you go, oh, I need to change the headline, or I named it the wrong thing, you can always click on this little pencil next to it, and you'll be able to edit or preview what the ad's going to look like across YouTube. Now, a quick little asterisk here. If the ad is already running, never edit an ad that's already running, because what happens is as soon as you change anything with your ad, Google will wipe clean all of the data, right? So if, let's say this ad ran for a week, and then all of a sudden we realize, oh, there's a spelling mistake in the headline. What you do is you would duplicate this. You can just copy paste, Command C, Control V, Mac or Windows. I just did both of them there. Okay, whatever, right? You know how to copy and paste, right? So what you would do is you would copy and paste the ad. You turn off the one that has the spelling mistake, and then you edit the one you just created, because you want to make sure that you always keep your ad data, even if the ad had a mistake. So as soon as there's any numbers here, you definitely just want to pause and then copy, and not edit an ad that's already been running. And so that's all there is to it, to creating your ad. You'll do this 2 more times, just like you would have created an ad group 2 more times. And now you have everything you need to know to create your content promotion campaign to help grow your channel. So I sincerely hope you got some value out of this video. And most importantly, you feel a lot more confident about tapping into the power of YouTube ads to help accelerate your channel growth. Make sure you check out that timestamp table of contents in the description as you come back to this video, creating your campaign, as well as some other deeper dive videos that are even longer than this one, believe it or not, on other types of campaigns you can create to grow your channel and business with YouTube ads. So go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dive advertising tutorials just like this one, and until the next, keep building the business you love.